Hey guys, it's your Tech Girl Mary and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Yes, finally, we have here my Google Pixel 9 and 9 Pro XL comparison and quick review. Actually, things have changed. Yearly, they do it ng around October or November, but this time, napaaga yung launch ng Pixel 9 series. They did it a month earlier from Apple's release. This time around, there are two Pro versions. Meron tayong Pixel 9 Pro XL, which is the unit that I have right now. There is also a Pixel 9 Pro, yung smaller version. But since yung release ng pre-order nun is September pa, wala tayo nun. And lastly, there is a regular Pixel 9. By the way, it's the first time that we are getting a Pixel 9 Pro that has a 6.3 inches of display. Actually, this is good. When it comes to Apple devices, I noticed mas marami akong nakikitang users ng Pro version kaysa ng Pro Max. And I like that we no longer have to feel like we're losing out on features just because we prefer smaller phones. To be honest, kung sabay-sabay lang na-release yung pre-order, I could have gotten the Pro because that is the new one, technically. Bago lang yung pangalan nito, they added XL, pero yung ganitong size, hindi na siya bago sa Pixel phones. Anyway, if you guys are wondering how I was able to get myself Pixel devices, I sourced these phones from Courtesan na Facebook page. They sell different types of devices. But guys, again, I am not suggesting that you opt for a gray market, but it's not like we actually have a choice. It's not like we can get Pixel phones here in the Philippines from authorized resellers dahil wala po talaga. The only way to get it is from resellers or you go to the countries that has Google stores. Anyway, compromises like that, we will be talking about at the end of our video. Let's start with the design. I love that yung fit and finish niya has been elevated. Again, I've had the Pixel 8 Pro last year. I was able to use it for 6 months. So yes, I really have a point of comparison. I know design is subjective, but personally, I love that they are adopting a much flatter form, more of an iPhone-like execution. So what are their differences? This Pixel 9 Pro XL and even the Pixel 9 Pro has a glass matte finish and a glossy metal frame. Seems familiar, right? Because that is what Apple is doing as well. Pero hindi na ngayon na, titanium na tayo, but previous iPhones ganito sila. While the regular Pixel 9 uses a polished glass. Tapos, satin metal naman yung finish ng frame niya. And ngayon ko lang napansin, no, even pala yung camera setup niya is matte. For the Pixel 9, you can get it in obsidian, porcelain, wintergreen, or peony. While the Pros get hazel, rose quartz, obsidian, and porcelain. Okay, I'll be biased right now. Ang ganda ng color choices na meron yung bagong Pixel 9 ngayon. Because again, as a girly girl, I love having a pink phone. Although, we all know we put a case on it at the end of the day, pero alam niyo yun, ang sarap kasi talaga sa mata. It's a literal eye candy. But in reality, hindi lang tayo all about aesthetics. For me, the Pixel 9 series feels great. Ang ganda ng build quality niya, and I think this is the best build quality the Google brand ever did. With the Google Pro and Google Pro XL, they updated the display to a Super Actua display, which boasts higher peak brightness than any Apple or Samsung has to offer yet. It's also worth mentioning that the volume rocker and power button are both on the right edge. Clicky, hindi mahirap pindutin even while using the official Google case. But my concern is that if this is your first time using a Google device, medyo confusing siyang gamitin. It needs some getting used to since the power button again is on top of the volume rockers. Pero kung naka-Pixel na kayo before, hindi na to problema. Para lang to sa mga dating naka-Samsung, naka-Apple, or any devices. They also both support one physical SIM and one eSIM. Gladly, right now here in the Philippines, both my Globe and Smart SIM card are working well, and yes guys, may 5G. In fairness, ang ganda ng Peony, pero kung papipiliin ako, I would go for the Pixel 9 Pro in rose quartz. Not this one in XL kasi tignan nyo naman, sobrang laki niya sa kamay ko. Now, let's talk about the display differences. Alam kong given na to, but if you want a larger display, of course, kailangan nyo mag-spend more and either get the Pixel 9 Pro XL or even the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Different screen sizes? Of course, iba din yung display specs nila. As mentioned, the Pixel 9 Pro and the 9 Pro XL has a Super Actua display, a sharper resolution that the regular Pixel 9 don't have. Mas marami yung pixels per inch on the Pro XL for a sharper picture overall. Refresh rate also varies between 1 Hz to 120 Hz depending on what you're doing, while yung adaptive refresh rate sa regular Pixel 9 is limited to a range of 60 to 120 Hz. But still, that's not bad. Imagine getting the regular Pixel 9, you are still getting a high refresh rate, unlike getting a regular iPhone 15, you are stuck with a 60 Hz refresh rate. The Pixel 9 Pro XL also was able to outshine yung display ng Pixel 9. Although it's pretty high on its own at 2,700 nits max, using it on its own, hindi nyo mararamdaman yung difference nila. But of course, if you have both, especially outdoors, kitang-kita yung difference nila. Now, gladly, both of these phones has an under-display fingerprint sensor. And not just any fingerprint, it uses Google's ultrasonic sensor, which according to them is 50% faster than before. And I can attest to that. We've had the Google Pixel 8 Pro guys for 6 months, and isa sa mga naging issue namin is again, hindi very accurate yung fingerprint sensor niya. Kapag medyo pasmado or madumi yung kamay ko, hindi niya nare-read, hindi siya consistent, and buti na lang naayos na siya both on these devices. As for durability, parehas naman itong devices na to na merong IP68, katulad ng iPhone 15 Pro Max and Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. So yes, in line with the current flagships. Sa totoong buhay, hindi naging importante sa akin yung mga specs na minention ko kanina. I was using these devices side by side, and personally, they both cater to my needs, they both work seamlessly. So I don't think you will have any issue kung ano man ang bibilhin nyo dito sa dalawa. Now, the biggest aspect on any Pixel devices is of course the cameras. Merong tatlong bagay that make the Pixel 9 Pro and the 9 Pro XL worth the splurge over yung base Pixel 9. Unang-una, yung 5x telephoto camera. Para sa akin, having an optical zoom option is always useful. So yup, if ever you get the base Pixel 9, don't expect to have very good zoom photos. Second is that yung Pro models will have a better selfie camera. Actually, outdoors, hindi nyo mapapansin yung pinagkaiba nila. But in low light, Pixel 9 Pro XL selfie results are noticeably sharper talaga as compared dito sa base Pixel 9. Mas less yung noise niya, and overall, mas appealing tignan. Ang layo rin naman kasi ng difference ng megapixel count. Isipin nyo na lang, 40 megapixels versus a 10.5 megapixels. And lastly, yung exclusive sa Pixel 9 Pro and the 9 Pro XL is that it has a video boost, which now scales 4K footage up to 8K, and particularly guys, very useful to when zooming up to the phone's 20x digital limit. Pero alam nyo, sa mga na-mention kong yon, kung main camera lang naman yung halos na ginagamit nyo on your everyday lives, hindi nagkakalayo. Actually, walang pinagkaiba. Nakakapag-zoom din naman ng Pixel 9 kahit wala siyang dedicated telephoto lens. It can simulate a 2x optical zoom by cropping in on a subject. At the same time, both of these devices has a 48 megapixels ultra-wide lens that also offers as a macro mode. Actually, no, kung hardware lang yung pag-uusapan at itatabi natin yung specs niya doon sa predecessor niya na Pixel 8 series, very similar. Pero grabe, in the real world, sobrang na-impress ako sa output niya dahil ang laki ng pinagkaiba niya doon sa naging experience ko way back with my Pixel 8 Pro, especially when it comes to using social media. Again, let's point out, most of us naman, the photos we take are for social media. And ang issue talaga ng most people is that Android devices are not optimized yet or not optimized enough compared to what iPhones are giving us. Now, a big part of the whole Pixel camera experience is of course AI. I know sawa na kayo with AI sa mga nakalipas na videos natin because most phones these days, ito talaga yung pinaka binibida nila. Uulitin ko guys, hindi kayo dapat bumili ng phone dahil lang sa AI. At least right now. Again, it's good to have, but let's not make it a priority. So, nowadays guys, alam naman natin, Google has been championing over the past few years when it comes to this. It allows you to remove unnecessary objects from your background of your photos, but now you can simply change the scene by just typing a text. Meron din tayong tinatawag na Add Me feature, which is very new to the whole Pixel 9 series. Again, kahit ano dito sa phone sa to, meron ito. Now, with this Add Me feature, para sa akin, isa to sa pinaka naging innovation talaga for me. Especially if you love taking group photos. Next, we also have this called Auto Frame, na kung saan, it gives you different framing options. Potentially guys, improving yung composition ng kinunan nyo. Lastly, we have Reimagine. It lets you select an area of a photo and magta-type lang kayo ng text to alter it. Actually, ito yung mention ko kanina and it's what we call, again, Reimagine. Medyo similar to sa sketch to image na meron tayo doon sa mga bagong foldables ng Samsung. Pero, I'll be honest, iba or mas gusto ko yung implementation ni Google dito. Actually, maraming bago ring AI features aside doon sa cameras niya. But, I'm glad to say guys, sa Pixel 9 series, lahat naman sila ay meron pare-parehas nito. Unlike Apple Intelligence, sorry guys, I just would like to mention this, na exclusive lang sa 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. So kahit na latest iPhone 15 yung gamit mo, you won't have the access to Apple Intelligence. When it comes to charging and battery, may mga differences din sila that you might wanna consider first bago kayo bumili. You will find a 4,700 mAh of power dito sa Pixel 9. Actually, yung 9 Pro ganito din. While the XL now has a 5,060 mAh cell. Actually, on paper guys, nothing extraordinary, nothing very impressive about it. Kasi yung numbers niya is, alam naman nating lahat, the typical. It's not the highest watt output on its category. Next, charging speeds, actually, magkaiba din. Both of these phones are capable of 45 watts charging kapag ginamit nyo yung Google 45 watts USB-C charger that is again sold separately. Now, when it comes to wireless charging, there is also a big difference. The regular Pixel 9 only gets 15 watts, whereas the Pro XL can get up to 23 watts. That is if you are also using the Pixel charging stand. So yes, grabe no, kailangan yung bilhin yung mga accessories niya to fully maximize the device. But if gagamit kayo ng mga third-party brands, na again, Qi certified dapat, ang alam ko 12 watts naman yung speed na pwede nyong makuha. Anyway, at the end of the day, alam nyo, either of these two phones man yung kuhanin nyo, I wouldn't think you would regret it. And ang dami ko nakikitang comments na you would get a Google Pixel device if ever man naaalas kayo ng Apple ecosystem. And actually, I would agree to that. Para sa akin, if naghahanap kayo ng Android for the first time, I would strongly recommend a Google device. Kung medyo budgeted kayo, you can opt for the Google Pixel 8a. Maganda siyang starter device. But of course, if you want a more powerful smartphone, you can choose from this new series. Pixel 9 for a better performance, or kaya naman Pixel 9 Pro or the Pro XL for better photography. Ngayon, ang nakikita ko na lang talaga, especially for those who lives in the Philippines like me, is of course the warranty. Unlike Apple, hindi international yung warranty niya, wherein you can go to any Apple authorized retailer or to any Apple store outside the Philippines, tapos pwede mong ipagawa dun yung iPhone mo basta pasok pa sa 1-year warranty. Sa Pixel devices, kung saang country mo siya binili, doon mo lang siya pwedeng ipagawa. So yup, if nasira yung Google Pixel device nyo within the 1-year period, alanganin talaga yan. Unless of course, you frequently visit the country where you got it from. Again, uulitin ko, you just have to think it this way. Kung bibili kayo ng Google Pixel phone, dapat alam nyo yung risk na pinapasok nyo. Warranty lang naman yung nakikita ko magiging problema niya in the long run. And if that is a big deal to you, then maybe hindi pa para sa'yo ang Google Pixel phones. Anyway, that's basically it. Again, hindi to review. More of a comparison and first impressions. If you want a more in-depth camera review, let me know guys. Gagawin ko yan. Again, it's your Tech Girl Mary and see you on our next video. Bye!